There's a ghost in the house, so I've got the baby.
And what did they say?
Have you wet your pants?
Can we just keep it a bit lighter? He's not up for a war crime.
Well, I asked him if he was all right. And then I sort of made a mental note to cut him out of my life.
That's one of the funniest things anybody's ever said.
I recently had to charm a spider out of my shoe by tooting a flute at it.
David's team.
So, where were you?
I was at home.
So was this spider a normal British domestic spider?
Yes.
How big was it, Bob?
It's black, but it's not one...
And what colour was it?
It's not the ones that have got a little body and big, long legs.
No, sorry, it wasn't the type with a small body and long legs?
No.
What type was it?
Well, you can work the rest out yourself, surely. Yeah. Big body, small legs.
Yeah. Was this a gerbil?
No, that's a bird.
If we were doing a gerbil, I'd have used a lute. Honestly. It's actually just a very everyday situation. My wife doesn't like spiders, very scared of them, and it's kind of my job to get rid of spiders. I don't like them either. I'm not going to use my hands or whatever.
No, you wouldn't.
Can you mime the blow moment?
Don't fall for this.
Sorry?
He gets me with this every week. Don't fall for it, Bob. I've got just the thing for you if you haven't got a flute. Close your eyes. Don't fall for it. Do not fall for it.
Did you blow it into the shoe?
Yes, I blew down the flute to bring it out into the heel area. Mm-hmm. These were a kind of snakeskin elastic slipper.
Yeah.
I brought up just under the windowsill, above where the cat litter is. Yeah. I put them there because I wanted to get that height, and it didn't come out.
You moved the slipper with the spider in it?
I moved it, facing the cupboard where I keep the plates. It's got little holes in it. And the spider emerged.
So the spider emerged, but didn't leave the shoe or slipper?
No, didn't leave
the slipper. Didn't
no,
leave the slipper?
Just...
I had a look around, went back in. Well, so you were no better off, were you?
No, I didn't feel like I was better off, but at least I'd found out that we owned a flute as a family.
If I was scared of spiders, I wouldn't go anywhere near that slipper. I'd just leave it. I would just let
I'm not that scared.
Are you not? Scared of 1 to 10?
I'm ginger about them.
OK.
Yeah. Ginger?
Is that right? Ginger, is that a word?
It is, yeah,
That's a word.
Yeah.
I'm just not sure it's the correct word in that situation.
It's like you pick something up gingerly.
Gingerly.
It doesn't just mean the flavour ginger. A ginger nut is not just a biscuit. It could be a tentative testicle.
Do you now know who the flute belongs to?
Yes, of course, it was my son's flute.
Your son, is he a flautist?
No. We hoped he would be, but he could never find the flute.
Well, what are you thinking?
Well, what I'm confused by is that if you fear spiders...
I do a bit.
...and you believe that there's a spider in this shoe, I think you would be afraid to move the shoe.
Yes. Not at all.
I also think you would have worried about, as you go to take the breath to blow it, you accidentally breathe in.
Yeah. Yeah.
I don't have to breathe in to breathe out.
Michael, which way are you leaning?
It sounds too much like the surreal world of Bob Mortimer to be actually the truth. I think it's a lie.
It's a lie? Do you think it's a lie?
Yeah. No, nobody in the world owns a flute, really, do they?
You think it's a lie?
You think it's a lie? Yeah. Bob, truth or lie?
It was a lie.
When I was a child, the only thing that would get me to sleep was my parents reading me the takeaway menu from our local Chinese restaurant, the Flying Chopstick.
David's team.
At what age was this?
I'd say it kicked off at 7 and probably lasted about a year.
Was it read out in any type of accent?
No. Well, my dad...
When you say any type, there's one specific one. Yeah, Scotch, wasn't it? If they read it in a French accent, it'd be... That's surreal, isn't it? But I'll go with it.
My dad is half Polish, half Lithuanian, so it had a sort of Eastern European tinge.
Could you give us a kind of a little rendition?
So it would be something along the lines of...
This will be interesting.
It'll be something
We'll just separate ourselves from the person doing the routine.
You don't want to be in the clip when it comes on the news, do you?
So Dad would say, for example, black bean with chop suey, something like that. Black bean.
Was your dad the fella from Sesame Street? One pork balls. Two lovely pork balls.
You know, lychee for the end of the menu.
Lychee, that's
Yeah, I know that. The Flying Chopstick, they just serve a single lychee, don't they?
Lychee. It was the staple. It was the 70s. Things were a little bit sparse then. It was Wilson's, you know, things are hard. I can't remember his speech, but you know the one I mean. Things are terrible.
Wilson's things are hard.
Wilson's things are...
Harold Wilson, things are hard.
We've only got lychees. Things are hard. We've only got lychees, guys.
How far into the menu would you drift off?
That's a very good question.
That's why I asked it.
Yeah. My eye would be sort of fully open, like that. A little bit like...
Just one eye open.
One eye open, always looking, always just checking. And then I would say, by the end of the first page, the eye would be down.
So you used to go to sleep half a face at a time?
Can you remember the first time that this happened?
It would have been... I think it was on a Friday night. Mum and Dad would have been entertaining, and I laughed a lot and then fell asleep.
So what do you think, then? David Hay, how is this striking you?
The detail, the fact that she knew straight away what day it was on a Friday night. I don't remember what day it was when you were 7.
Oh, I
can't remember last week. I get punched in the head for a living, but...
But David, they did it a lot. They did it a lot.
Repetition, eh?
Repetition. So I knew the menu back to front because they had to do it so often.
Well, that's just Chinese. It would be that way, no, wouldn't it?
Yeah, I agree.
Romesh, what are you thinking?
I think it... I don't buy it.
David, actually, I've got two Davids. We'll call you the Haymaker and the Librarian. What are you thinking, David?
Well, I think I don't believe it.
You realise, I like the system you've got there. We're going to call you the Haymaker and the Librarian. So what do you think, David?
I don't think... She's... At the age of 7, I think a 7-year-old child will require a coherent story.
All right, so you're saying it's a lie. Well, let's find out. Mel, truth or lie?
The story was, in fact, a lie!
I once wet myself whilst babysitting a toddler.
Please, team.
When was this?
I reckon I was about 12 or 13.
It's quite young to be babysitting. 12.
Not in the north. A lot of people are parents by that.
I was going to say.
So whose baby was this then? Was it a neighbour's?
It was, no, it was like a niece, I think.
Like a niece?
No.
Was it a nephew?
No, it was a niece. No, a cousin. Well, it's hard to... It's a niece.
Why didn't you go to the toilet?
Because, I heard like a voice upstairs.
Like a voice?
Like a voice, yeah.
Like a niece's voice?
No, it was like a voice of a man, like of someone who shouldn't have been up there. Like it's like a voice that I didn't know. Yeah. And I just got scared. I thought it was a ghost.
So you heard this voice and you went to investigate?
It was on the baby monitor. So...
What did the voice say?
It said...
Wet yourself.
Go ahead.
It wasn't an instruction. It was just like a voice.
I'm in the toilet, it's occupied. So, what did the voice say?
Well, I can't remember the exact words, but...
you always forget what a ghost says.
Did he speak in English?
Yeah, it was English.
What kind of accent?
Like a northern accent. It wasn't going... Oh... It wasn't doing like a typical ghostly noise. It was just going...
Hey up!
And then did you go upstairs?
I went up and there was nothing there.
And did you ever get to the bottom of what this voice was?
Yeah, I think what had happened was the baby monitor had tuned into one of the neighbours' baby monitors. And I was just listening to someone 3 doors down.
When you realised that you'd had an accident because you were frightened...
Yeah.
Did you then make any attempt to sort of get changed or to dry
No, I still...
Can I say, Sarah, it's a lovely line of inquiry, but can I just go a step further and ask the extent of the spillage? Because... Well, no. There's the full-on... There's the deluge. Then there's something that some of the more middle-aged men on the panel might be aware of, which is the sitting and... Oh, not again.
Rob, can I just say you're saying this out loud?
Was it age-related seepage, or did the levee break?
Are you, Rob, are you hoping to become... Because there are many products for gentlemen of that age with that problem. Are you hoping to become the face of them?
Only if you're wearing a Brydon will you have real peace of mind.
Rhymes with Brydon.
Yeah, Brydon.
Stay Dryden in a Brydon.
There you go.
Dryden? Dried on.
Yeah.
With a Brydon, you'll be dried on.
It has, it's dried on.
It's dried on.
So you go up, you get to the niece's bedroom, you check on her.
Yeah.
When does the penny drop?
I went up, grabbed the child who was asleep in her cot.
Yeah.
I went out the front door and my...
You actually ran out there?
Yeah, I did.
Screaming what?
I didn't scream, Lee.
What, well, you wet yourself?
Well...
Don't try and keep dignity with this story. I didn't scream, I just wet my pants.
So my auntie and uncle live round the corner, so I just went round there.
And what did you say to them?
There's a ghost in the house, so I've got the baby.
And what did they say?
Have you wet your pants?
So what's your team thinking? Harry, does this strike you as the truth?
I'm still back at like a niece, like a nephew.
Yeah. It was unsettling, wasn't it?
A bit that got me off my feed right there.
So Harry thinks it's a lie, and Sarah says it's...
I kind of think it might be true.
Oh, split decisions, I hate them. Who can persuade her the most?
I think Smithers could. Can we make him do a voice, please?
That's early. Yeah. Round one, person one. I thought at least have the dignity to wait till the second half. Is it truth or a lie? Never mind that, do Smithers. All day. Here we go, jumps! OK, we'll go with Harry and say it's a lie.
Say it's a lie. OK, Jason, truth or lie?
It is... true.
Go!
My motto is, never give a child a one-syllable name, because life has taught me that people with one-syllable names are generally dim.
Me and you. You're all right. So, do you mean your own children, or nobody should give their children one-syllable names?
It's just my motto. No one should do it.
Who do you base it on?
Anyone I've ever met.
Whoa. Say anybody you've ever met. Well, say what you're going to say first, and let's see where it goes. Anyone who you've ever met with one-syllable name?
Yes.
Keep going.
In my country.
Oh, here we go. well rescued.
I'm from Canada, and it started with boyfriends. I dated a Bob, I dated a Steve. And
what
they
was
were
this,
both...
the 1970s? Sorry, Bob, that's a fine name, sorry. Bob, though.
Why is Bob a 70s name?
Because Bob's not really the name of it... Because I'm guessing this was a few years
It's
ago.
not quite as now as Lee, I'll give you that. I mean, that doesn't smack of 1970s inner-city deprivation, does it? And I feel sorry for Dave in the middle there.
Yeah.
Hey, whoa, what about John? John's a very bright fella. He's got one syllable.
I'm on this programme.
You have this attitude towards British people as well. You were just saying that, weren't you? You actually do believe that everyone with one-syllable name...
I just think that if you're expecting a child, you have a long time to consider it. You want to give that child a name that can transition them into any field of work in life.
Hugh, how do you feel about all this, being a one-syllable loser? Are you
Well, I'm not a one-syllable, because that is my middle name.
My God, this is like EastEnders, isn't it?
My real name is Peter.
Why are you called Hugh, then? I've always called you Hugh.
Because when you joined Equity... Did you ever join Equity?
Of course I did. How dare you?
Of course you did. So when you join Equity, you can't have two actors with the same name. And there was another Peter Dennis, and he was at that... I was, like, 23, and he was in his mid-60s. So my agent wrote to Equity and said, look, can our Peter Dennis be called Peter Dennis, because there's no chance of confusion with the other Peter Dennis who is about to retire, etc., etc. And they wrote back and said, yeah, under normal circumstances, that'd be absolutely fine, but you've got a problem, and the problem is that the other Peter Dennis is the chairman of the Equity Name Change Committee.
So you don't see yourself as a one-syllable name, really?
God name.
No.
What's your partner's name?
My partner moved to Japan this morning, so...
What was his name?
I think we broke up.
Are you serious? You think you broke up this morning?
I think so, because he just moved to Japan.
You think so? Wow.
Lee, move on.
Move on. Did he have a one-syllable name?
No, his name's Alex.
Alex?
Yeah.
Lovely,
or,
Alex.
as you'll now call him, Al.
Or X.
Can I ask a question? So you live by this rule, but have you ever thought about the psychology? What's going on here?
I have thought it through. I think that dim parents just have dim children.
Can I just say, both my parents had one-syllable names. This is all starting to stack up.
So what do you think, Lee? Is she telling the truth, or has she made this all up?
Under normal circumstances, I would say she's just saying any old rubbish, but she's under a lot of stress at the moment because she broke up with someone, not like last week or a couple... This morning. That's added a new little energy to the room, hasn't it?
Well, you know, if it is her main motto, and I'm sorry to hear that Alex has gone, but then he's got two syllables, so it doesn't really work, does it? Because obviously he is dim, leaving you.
Aww.
Yeah, so...
That was quite good.
Yeah, thank you.
So you think it's a lie?
Yeah, I tend to think that, yeah.
And you think...
I think it's a lie.
We better go lie, then.
You're going to say lie?
I hope it's a lie.
OK. Katherine, was it the truth, or were you telling a lie?
It was a lie. I lied about it all.
When I meet someone for the very first time, I automatically make a mental note of what animal I think they are. Once it's in, I never forget it.
Please, team.
Do I raise my... I don't raise my hand, do I?
Do you need to go to the toilet?
Jamie, just to be clear, you may be dressed like a 7-year-old, but you don't have to behave like one.
Claudia, so we met for the first time.
Yes.
What animal did you choose me
Ferret.
to be? A ferret?
Ferret.
Why a ferret?
Well, small, friendly, could pet, not in a weird way. Immediately, ferret.
And will you always see him as a ferret now? Was
That's
that how
it.
that's it?
Finished.
You're
I
done?
mean, you might have another name, well done, but in my mind, ferret.
Can you do all of us with that system?
Of course, beaver.
Talks to you or me? Which one?
You.
Me? You're the beaver. No,
Why am I a beaver?
You're a cat.
I'd love to
No,
be a
you're
cat.
a cat.
Oh, I'm so
You're
glad.
a cat.
Sorry,
Quite a fancy
whoa,
cat.
beaver?
Yes.
Why beaver?
It's just automatic. I mean,
I can see that. Yeah, I can see that. Beavers have got big teeth and they're a bit smelly looking.
And your point is, no, you're total beaver. Common cuckoo, this one.
What?
A common cuckoo.
Why a cuckoo?
Normally, I don't think about it. Common cuckoo, owl, puppy. End of.
What breed? You can't just say puppy. That's got to be a breed.
All right, if I'm pushed, red setter.
Yes.
Happy with that?
Well, I think I'm the only one who isn't happy. I'm a
love
cuckoo.
it.
I'm not too happy with the beaver.
I'm pleased with owl, I'll be honest. I'm happy with that.
I would love owl. I would have loved owl.
You're nowhere close to an owl.
So, Claudia. I'll say Claudia, I mean meerkat. You have got a bit of meerkat about you, haven't you?
OK.
Yeah.
If I was going to do it to myself, camel.
Camel? Why camel?
I'm pure camel. I'm 100% camel. Maybe 3% mouse.
3% mouse, 97% camel.
There you
that was
go.
a hell of a mum and dad relationship. You wouldn't like to be the mouse in that relationship, would you? Why do you do it, though? Does it help you remember the person's name or something?
I've just done it forever. I think we might have started when we were young and we had a teacher who was a little bit human, but mainly cow.
Well, she's certainly given an encyclopedic
She
response.
has done very well. In fact, I would say it's instant with you. I can tell it's
Done.
instant. It's gutter, isn't it?
Name anybody.
So, without pausing or hesitating, tell us all again what we are.
OK, easy. Cat, beaver, ferret, common cuckoo, owl, baby red setter. I just do it. I can't help it.
So what are you thinking, Lee?
So do you think it's true?
Yeah, I think it's true.
Genuinely, I think it's not true, but there's one bit in it that makes it feel true. The word Claudia.
You saying it's true?
It's true.
OK, Claudia, truth or lie?
It is a lie.
My full name is Christmas Kamara.
Christmas Kamara. David's team.
Why? Because I was born on Christmas Day.
Jesus was born on Christmas Day. His name's not Christmas. You were named Christmas because you were born on Christmas Day. That's...
Yes, what happened is my mum was having me at the time.
It checks out so far.
And my dad was just about to say Happy Christmas to my brother when I popped out.
But
my mum...
You were expected, though, right?
Well,
so your dad was saying, OK, this is mid-labour, time to get some greetings in to other family members. OK, happy... And then...
Then all of a sudden I popped out and my mum thought I've heard the name Christmas, so she went...
Well, that is the rule, isn't it? That the first noise that the father makes when a baby comes out just is the name, isn't it?
Well, my brother was born on St George's Day, mate. April the 23rd, is it? And...
He's called Red Cross.
He's called George.
And there's your sister, Pancake Tuesday. Have you got any middle names, Christmas?
Yes, I have.
What are they?
My dad used to be in the Navy, so it was going to be Christmas Captain Cook Kamara, but they decided to call me Christmas Columbus Kamara.
Why Columbus?
Because my dad was in the Navy.
Yeah, was he in the Spanish Navy in the late 15th century?
He was always his hero when he was a kid.
Right.
OK, so what are you thinking, David?
Well, what do you think, Tom?
I'm still thinking about it.
Richard?
I'm really waiting on Tom's verdict, I have to say.
David, what about you?
I don't believe it.
No, I don't either.
I think it'd be very nice, you know, on the Christmas special to have someone whose name was Christmas, but...
And it saves us from booking Noel Edmonds.
I think... But I just don't think... I don't think Christmas is really a name.
All right, so you're saying it's a lie?
Yeah.
OK. Christmas. Truth or lie?
It's a lie.
For 3 weeks, I carted an empty box around without realising that what I bought wasn't actually in it.
David's team.
Right. What was it? What did you imagine it was?
What it was a... No, don't let me lie. It was... There was a plastic Christmas tree.
That's what you thought was in there?
Absolutely.
For 3 weeks.
But that's something you open quite quickly after buying it, a Christmas tree.
No, it's about the suspense, isn't it? Christmas is all about suspense and...
I don't think it's all about suspense. Yes. Because, in general, when you buy a box that you think contains an artificial Christmas tree, you just assume that it does. You don't go, oh, I wonder if it's really in there. Because if you're seriously wondering if it's really in there, you'd check before you left the shop, wouldn't you?
Yeah, maybe I'd chosen my words not very wisely. Some of it got lost in translation.
Where did you buy it, by the way?
At Argos.
As you left the shop, did it not occur to you that it was quite light, this box?
Yes, but what? Yeah, but now it gets interesting. No, because shortly before that, I'd started doing yoga to improve my core strength. So I didn't think any of it. I thought in such good physical shape, I can lift that box without it straining me.
The queues at Argos are huge.
Yeah.
How long was you in the queue for?
For ages.
So it was a few weeks later that you opened it, ready for Christmas. Nothing was in there. What happened next?
Well, I kept the box, didn't I?
So you went on to have this Christmas without a Christmas tree in your flat?
I actually, believe it or not, I did use the box instead of the Christmas tree.
As a tree?
Because there was pictures of a Christmas tree on the outside.
The saddest Christmas ever.
I have one further question.
Yes?
Why were you carrying this box around with you for 3 weeks?
When I say I didn't take it to social occasion, I didn't say to them, do we want to go down the park? And then the box at what, end of November? Far too cold. So,
I did not ask you whether or not you socialised with the box.
I tell you what, I took the box into town with me on one occasion. I went all the way into Leicester Square with the box.
Why, on the occasion that you were going into Leicester Square, did you take it with you?
That is a very good question, David. Yeah. And I shall give you the answer. Because the box and I were going to do a comedy show.
On how many journeys did you take this Christmas tree, other than the one from Argos to your flat and the one from your flat to the comedy show in Leicester Square?
Can we just keep it a bit lighter? He's not up for a war crime.
Not on this occasion, anyway.
David, what do you think?
What do you think, Sean?
I'm sort of having it, a little bit. Because anything you buy from Argos, even if it's a big wardrobe, it doesn't weigh anything when you walk out with the box.
Are you an Argos man, Sean?
I used to be.
Really?
Big time, yeah.
What stopped you?
Fame.
Tom?
I think it's a ridiculous story. But, I mean, he's a canny fella.
So, shall we go for true?
Yeah.
True?
Yeah.
We're going to say true.
All right. Henning, truth or lie?
This story is true.
I once dumped a boyfriend because I didn't like the way he fell down the stairs.
David, Steve.
How often had you been pushing him down the stairs?
I just hid his wheelchair.
If you've been affected by any of the issues raised in tonight's show...
how did he fall down the stairs? What was
Very ungainly.
What kind of stairs did he fall down? Where was he?
It was just outside his flat, and there was, like, 5 steps, and then another 5 steps. Well, you know, those ones that go sort of in a different direction.
Concrete steps?
Yeah, concrete.
So this is nasty. This isn't...
It was a nasty fall, yeah.
Yeah.
Did you finish with him because he was so badly injured he was no use to you?
This was sort of like the last straw, really.
What was the other straws?
There were so many straws.
Tell me one.
He used to fall out of cupboards.
He was quite mean. He was quite a mean person.
Can you walk us through the scenario? What happened?
OK, so we're leaving his flat. He locks the door. He loses his footing on the steps, makes a little scream, and he just fell.
How many stairs did he go down? Because the way you've described it, there were corners. Did he go round the corners?
He's a man, not a slinky.
No, he did. He did.
So how did you react? Did your compassionate side come out?
Well, I asked him if he was all right. And then I sort of made a mental note to cut him out of my life.
So what are you going to say, Nadia? Does it ring true for you?
Did you want to leave him before the fall?
I've been thinking about it.
Yeah, because it was the last straw.
It was the last straw, yeah.
But she only offered up one straw. If I had a resentment against an ex-lover, right, I could give you a short list off the top of my head.
Even that was a bit scatty. Waking up and seeing her in bed with the milkman. Oh.
I think it might be true.
Say
true. Go with true.
Say true. Diane, truth or lie?
It is actually true.
Wow. I refused to play my son at tennis since he beat me at the age of 5.
How old is he now?
He's 8 now.
So you're not playing for 3 years?
No.
Because you really don't like losing?
I hate losing. Particularly to someone so small and who laughs hysterically as they're doing it.
I don't know, I've seen some of your opponents, you don't mind boxing them.
I take him to the park sometimes for him to play other adults and take great pleasure in watching him beat them. That's like one of my favourite things to do, just to go and say, I bet you can't beat him. And they're like, OK, how much? I'm like, how much do you want to bet? And yeah,
this is lovely, so you're sort of pimping him out as a betting...
He gets 10% of it.
Yeah.
Has he got, like, Lego and stuff? I mean...
No, he's very active. He had a lesson with Boris Becker the other day. He was one of his coach. Yeah.
Were you watching?
Boris? Yeah,
that must be terrifying for Boris Becker. Like, you're doing really well, really good. Please don't kill me.
What's your boy's name?
Cassius.
Cassius? Oh. So he's Cassius Hay?
Yeah.
I just want to know, where did you get that idea?
With my kids, I was one of those fathers that everything they did, I let them win. You know, none of that.
There's no fun in that, though, mate. Like, what's really enjoyable is really crushing them. Like, if I was you, I would have gone away and had secret tennis lessons, and then casually just gone, do you want to have a little knockabout? Then slam! Where's Boris now?
Did you have to pay Boris, or was it a favour?
No, it was a favour. He heard through the grapevine about Cassius being a
One day, you know you're going to get the call, don't you? Hello, David. Perhaps you remember what I did for your son. Now it's payback time. I'm stuck in a cupboard. So what are you going to say, Lee? Truth or lie?
What do we think?
What do you think, Martin?
I think it's true because...
You're not listening, are you? You're undressing him.
Lee, I'm sorry. She's looking straight past you. Mel, have some sympathy for the man. He's going to sit there all night.
Now I know how Tony Hadley feels.
So, what are you going to say?
The Boris Becker seems a bit extraordinary for me.
Mel is saying lie, Martin
I'm
can.
saying true.
You're saying true?
Lie. We'll go with Martin and say...
You're going to say it's true. OK, David, truth or lie?
As a child, my Christmas was once cut short when my mum took the decorations down halfway through Christmas Day.
David's team.
Oh, right, this...
Thank you.
Was she always down on Christmas, or was... What happened this year?
Well, this year in particular,
Yeah.
just halfway through Christmas Day, she's like, I've had enough. We've done the presents.
Had you done the lunch?
Yeah, we've done lunch.
So
let's just...
What was the time?
2:30.
OK, so pre-Queen.
Oh, we don't do the Queen in my family.
I'm so sorry, David.
You don't listen to the Queen?
No.
Did it become...
I mean, she's the head of state. 8 minutes a year,
Yeah.
you know, and 6.5 if you skip the bit with the trumpets.
Was it a great dramatic gesture, or was it sort of...
It was quite dramatic because
were I mean, the things were on the ceiling?
And it's taking the tree down and putting a plastic tree back into a box.
The stuff on the ceiling, did she have to get
We
a
didn't have
ladder?
stuff on the ceiling.
Well, you had no tinsel, like, round the room?
No.
Oh, this was hardly a Christmas, wasn't it? You don't watch the Queen's speech. I expect you were having a pizza. You're having a pizza and she put the fake tree away like an umbrella. Fine, pop that away. This is barely worth hearing about.
Was there a specific incident that set her off?
She was very disappointed with me and my sisters because...
In general.
I think I had got one present and I had not liked it. And so that was a bad point. And my sister Cheryl hadn't got out of bed yet.
Now, tell us about your Christmas Day. I'm imagining there's a lot more structure to it. And respect is a word that's coming to my mind.
Thanks, Rob. Oh, I don't know. I think I have quite a normal Christmas Day.
I imagine Bucks Fizz at 11.
No, we don't book a band.
So, David, what is your team thinking? Could this be true?
Yes,
it's heartbreaking.
Completely rings true, I think. What do you think, Tom?
Well, whatever I think would be wrong, so...
Well, that could be... If that's 100%, that's very useful.
I'd ask her.
What do you think, then?
Well, I'd go with Tom, really.
I've had an insight.
Tom's had an insight,
Yeah, I think she's not telling the truth.
Oh, what... Why do you think that?
I don't know. It just came over me.
Right.
I think she's telling the truth. But it's quite easy to know who to side with here. I literally sit at home all day watching Homes Under the Hammer and you're next to a Knight of the Realm.
Yeah, but I'd go with him if I were you.
True. True, you're saying it's true. Sarah, a tragic tale.
A tragic
Fact
tale.
or fiction?
This tale was true.
I told you,
I once set a sauna on fire.
What? How?
I was in Brazil.
Of course.
And I was in the sauna and I decided to pour vodka
Oh, my God.
on the rocks of the sauna.
Because you thought that's what vodka on the rocks was?
Yeah. No, I tell you how it started was my friend told me I was in Cornwall, of all places, and my friend said...
Can I jump in here and
Yeah.
say, did your parents know you were drinking?
I wasn't a minor. I was 18 and a half.
Isn't 18 and a half 18 once you get to be an adult?
Well, no.
So true. Who says 18 and a half?
You're in Cornwall. I was in Cornwall, and my friend said to me, if you go and lie in the bath and pour vodka in it, like a shot of vodka...
In the bath?
In the bath, it gets you drunk. I didn't go and do it, but then
A shot
was
of
told...
vodka in a bath?
Because of the fumes, it gets you drunk. So I was in Brazil travelling, and my friend had a sauna in their apartment. So I was left alone, and so I...
I've heard about these Brazilian slums.
So you're left alone in this flat
I was left
with
alone.
a bottle of vodka, and you thought, if only there was some way I could use this bottle of vodka to make me become drunk.
Where were you in Brazil?
I was in Rio.
Ah, that is in Brazil. Yep, tick.
Solid
answer. Continue.
In Rio. I was in a foreign country, I was young, I was experimenting, so I thought, why not experiment with...
Why did you look at me when you said you were experimenting?
I decided to take the bottle of vodka into my sauna and pour it onto the rocks. As I poured it onto the rocks, it went into flames and it burnt the sauna.
So you poured it onto the rocks, and immediately what happened?
So I poured it onto the rocks and started to flames.
Just one shot of it, or the whole bottle?
The half a bottle. So
half a bottle of vodka?
Wow. Yeah, no,
At 18 and a half, you change the rules. So, and so the fire engines turned up and we...
No, hang on. We've missed a beat here. You're in the sauna.
Yeah.
You've poured half a bottle of vodka onto the rock things. Flames are appearing.
Yes.
You're sitting there. What are you wearing?
Well, I was going to go...
They've told me to make the show sexier.
I was going to go in naked because I thought that's what you do, but I actually put on my swimming trunks. So I wore swimming trunks in there. But
How
the one
low down your leg did they go?
Mine are slight. They're
Maybe
not
some
too
inches
long.
above the knee.
I would say about 7 inches.
Above the knee?
Above the knee.
If you go 7 inches above my knee, you get to my waist.
Nice.
So you're sitting in there, in your trunks on the slats, and the flames have started. What do you do?
I thought the best option was to pick them up and throw them...
The rocks?
Yeah, because I thought that... Yeah.
They must be boiling
Oh, my
up.
God.
Well, that's what I found out, obviously.
You found out? You must have suspected they were hot, because you knew they were producing the heat, surely.
But you were in that panic.
No, not even in the panic do I go,
bear in mind, he was 18 and a half.
So I try and pick up the rocks to throw them out the door and realise they were...
Out of the door?
Yeah, well, because there's a... What else is there?
Because you really wanted at this point to spread the fire through the rest of the apartment.
What's on the other side of the door? The hall, the living room? What?
A lovely balcony.
I know you can...
So you want to throw them on the passers-by outside?
Nothing says Rio like a falling, flaming vodka rock.
My thought process was to pick up the rocks, throw them out the door, and it would have been fine. However, they picked up the rocks, they were too hot, so they fell on the ground, and the fire went. And I
How
thought...
can you not know that the rocks are... Are you so posh?
I told
Are you so posh you don't understand the concept of coal?
Have you ever cooked something and you've gone, oh, this one, open up the oven and gone to take it out with your hands?
No.
OK.
So, David, what is your team thinking about this? Claudia?
I think it's true. Apartment, balcony, he's waiting for everyone to go, trunks on, vodka there. Finally, everything comes into place.
Here we go.
Yeah. Finally, a chance to put my trunks on. Everyone's out.
What do you think?
I'm on your side. It's
interesting to know.
So what are you going to say, then?
I think we'll say true.
OK. Jamie, were you telling the truth, or was it a lie?
It was true.
Possession.
Ah, there's a box under the desk. Would you, first of all, read out the card that's inside the box, and then when you've done that, place the object on the desk.
This is a piece of rock taken from the surface of the moon and given to me by Buzz Aldrin. I'm currently using it to wedge my kitchen door open.
All right. David's team.
Well, I mean, obviously, this is an odd use of the word currently. I mean,
Can I just ask, how heavy is that piece of rock?
Would you like to feel it?
Oh, look, if
hang on.
Buzz Aldrin's got it from the moon. I'd love to, yeah.
Does that strike you as moon rock?
Has it got a little shine to it?
It does. Maybe it's...
Yes.
Can I just say, you three are looking at that like you know what proper moon rock would look like. I'm thinking you don't know anyway, do you?
I've seen moon rock.
Have you?
Yeah, admittedly from a very, very great distance.
Has it got sort of some technical, scientific name for the type of rock it is, other than moon rock?
Well, actually, because the moon is covered in all sorts of chemicals, which can actually come from the birth of the solar system. So as things sort of coalesced and formed, this is actually sort of a throwback to the birth of the solar system.
And how did Buzz Aldrin come to give it to you?
Ah, well, in my capacity at Sky at Night, I meet all sorts of characters.
I'm aware that Buzz Aldrin went to the moon.
Yes.
I'm quite knowledgeable. How much of that stuff did he bring back with him? That he's got a chunk like that still to give out, you know, decades later. Does he turn up to every engagement with a rucksack? Here you go, here you go. I mean, I think I'd be giving out little pebbles at most.
Really famously don't have pebbles on the moon.
No, but you can break it up, can't you? I mean, you must be able to break it, but otherwise the only bit of moon rock you could bring back would be the whole moon.
I'm not sure you can fashion it into the shape of a pebble.
When was this?
Ooh, so probably about 6 or 7 years ago.
You met him to interview him about, you know...
Going to the moon, maybe.
About going to the moon. And he said, and what was at the end of the interview, he said, been nice meeting you, here's a bit of the moon, or...
Well, actually, I've always been fascinated by the moon. And so we had this conversation, and we were talking about the moon and the effects it has on people. And he said, well, yeah, here's a bit of the moon, you know, for you to keep of your very own. And so he gave me some.
You know, just before he gave it to you, he didn't pop outside, did he, for a minute?
He was around the garden.
You didn't see him foraging around the bins by any chance, did you? OK, so, what do you think, Adam? Is it adding up for you?
No, it's going to be in museums and...
I once went to the Vatican City, and the lump of moon rock that NASA gave to the Vatican State is on display there, and it's about that big. And I doubt that Buzz Aldrin would have given you moon rock, about 100 times the size of the rock that the United States of America gave to a sovereign state.
You know a lot about the moon and a lot about moon rock, but I don't think that is a piece of moon rock. That's my hunch.
So Jason says lie, Adam says lie.
I also think it's
you
a
say
lie. Yeah.
Right. Maggie, truth or lie?
It is actually a lie.
I have never, ever drunk a can of fizzy drink in my life.
What? Never, ever.
There's a limit to what we can ask here. Have you ever had a can of Coke?
Never.
Oh. 7-Up?
Nope.
Do you not like fizzy drinks?
All the evidence is there, isn't it?
How do you know you don't like fizzy drink?
Because, to me, even as a child, water was something that was natural and lovely and pure. And why somebody would stick
Even
carbon,
as a child?
a whole load of sugar... Even as a young child, it just felt like the devil's work.
So, Tracy-Ann, can I tempt you to try a sugary carbonated drink? Now, would you be willing to try one of these?
Bring it over, and let's see how far I can get in the process. Look, the whole thing with the big famous one is 125 years old. It's a secret recipe. The fact that it's still a secret after 125 years means it was made by the devil.
This is a diet drink. This is full sugar. This is also a sugary drink.
Rob, can I ask, what is the point of this exercise?
To see if I'm lying.
Well, no, because you're clearly going to be capable of going, oh, no, I don't want a fizzy drink. You're not going to be such a fizzy drink addict that you can't stop yourself from going, oh, yes, I do love it. I do love it, actually. Yes, it was a lie, and I'd do it again.
Because if she is telling the truth, what a lovely opportunity. How often have you seen a grown woman taking her first sips of a sugary carbonated drink?
The best thing this can be is cruel.
Right, OK. Which one are you going for? That one. Right, so we can lose these two. Let's bring it here. I haven't shut your face.
You've made this the most light entertainment bit I've ever seen. I'm going to lose them two. There's the two. Those are safe. That's your boss fair on. They're fine. You're just playing now for the red can, love. Just the red can.
Where have you come from tonight, Tracy-Ann? You want to give a wave to everybody back at home there? She's gone for the red can.
The red can.
So this may or may not be Tracy-Ann's first time drinking a sugary carbonated drink.
Don't drink it if you don't want to.
Yeah.
You've made your point. Have I? You don't have to. Oh, I'm getting better at the opening. No, it's wrong.
Can you not even sip it? I think that's...
So, Tracy-Ann, you're definitively saying that you're not going to drink.
She's drinking it.
Oh.
Oh, my God, it's everything I thought it was going to be. It's disgusting.
Oh, get used to that phrase, Rob.
All right, there we are. So what are you going to say? Was she acting?
I think you are.
She's been in EastEnders. Would she be that good an actress to convince you?
Instinctively, I liked the shiny cans were great.
Yes.
You know, the different colours. I think it's a great addition to the format. We think it's a lie.
OK. Right. Tracy-Ann, truth or lie?
It's the truth.
No. As a child, my family weren't able to have a dog, so instead we got a cat and treated it like a dog.
David Steve.
When you say weren't able to have a dog, was there a medical reason?
No, essentially there was nowhere to exercise a dog where we lived. So my parents decided that it wasn't really fair to have a dog.
Where did you live?
So I wasn't able... Well, weirdly, it was called the Isle of Dogs.
What was the cat called?
The cat was called Kiska.
Kiska?
Yeah.
If anything, it's quite a feline name, isn't it?
Well, it was a cat, of course.
How do you treat a cat like a dog?
You put it on a lead and you take it for walks.
Isn't that exercising the cat?
Daddy's exercising the cat.
I thought that was the very reason why you couldn't have a dog. You were unable to exercise.
Wherever we went during the day, the cat came with us.
On a lead.
Yeah, on a lead, but the lead isn't really long enough for a cat, so we used to tie a 30-foot washing line to the lead, and you could walk at least 30 yards.
And dry your clothes at the same time.
When you take the cat out in the car, what would be the arrangement in the car if you're going on a journey?
Well, my dad built the cat a shelf which went from the dashboard of the passenger seat and slotted in.
Can I just say,
if into the metal of the headrest.
If this turns out to be a lie and they get it right that it's a lie, you have made life extremely hard for yourself.
Why couldn't the cat just be on the seat? Why does the cat need a shelf?
Because the cat couldn't see if it was on the seat.
So what are you thinking, David's team?
The thing that I find very believable, because I don't think Hugh would have invented it, is the shelf. It's not actually treating the cat like a dog or like a cat, but just like, I don't know, like a book.
Or like a catalogue.
What
are you going to say?
You think a lie?
I think a lie.
I think a lie.
A lie? Well, we'll say it's a lie.
You're going to say it's a lie. OK. Hugh Dennis, is it true or is it a lie?
It is, in fact, true.
I once hired a jet ski, but...
Lie. We need to hear no more, David.
I once hired a jet ski, but couldn't work out how to stop it, so had to buzz around the bay for 50 minutes until it ran out of petrol.
I take it back. You did.
I can so imagine you doing that.
Please,
absolutely.
team.
So where was this?
It was in Antigua.
In Antigua?
Was this in your single lads days?
He never had those days.
Yeah.
It's your first time on the show, isn't it?
It is.
Why were you in Antigua?
On holiday.
Was the Winchester Steam Museum shut?
I arrived at the Winchester Steam Museum and it was shut, and so I went straight to Antigua.
When was this?
I think about 2 years ago.
And who were you with?
My wife.
And what got into your head? I could imagine you renting a sun lounger and opening up a weighty tome. I could imagine that. But I can't see you saying, now you relax here, I'm just going to go and bomb around the bay for a while.
Were you with your wife on the jet skis, or did she stay on dry land?
She stayed on dry land.
So you were on your own going round? You weren't with other people?
And it was your idea?
I thought I'd have a bit of a go.
What were you wearing, David?
Sort of swimming shorts.
What length were the shorts? Were they sort of Daniel Craig, or...
They weren't as long as Daniel Craig.
What do you wear?
Like shorts. I said swimming shorts. They've got a pocket.
Wow.
They've got a pocket. They've got a pocket, and they've got netting on the inside to keep everything in order.
All right. You jump on, you're looking back at your wife. Ah, look at me. And then what happens?
Well, to be honest, I'm not like, look at me at all, because I must say, as soon as I get going, it becomes immediately apparent to me that I don't like it.
Oh, no.
Hang on, here's a big question then. You did it until the petrol ran out, did you say?
Yeah.
So, did you manage to time perfectly that the petrol had run out just as you got back to the jetty?
No.
So you were stuck now in the middle of the sea?
Yeah. What I didn't do is head straight out away from the coast. At the point where my plan formed, I thought I'll just go up and down quite near the jetty, thinking I'll be able to swim to the jetty if the worst comes to the worst.
So what happened then? You just kept going, and then eventually it coughed and spluttered.
Yeah.
Talk us through.
Well, I kept going, and then eventually it coughed and spluttered.
All right. Lee, what are you going to say?
What do we think?
You have a great physique.
Thank you.
You've got to warn me before you say things like this.
A great physique for what?
For maybe, I don't know, a game of billiards or Cluedo.
Yeah.
And I don't quite think that jet skiing is completely your thing.
I agree.
I don't even think he has ever been to Antigua.
So you're saying lie, you're saying lie.
Yeah.
I'm going to say that's a lie.
You're going to say it's a lie?
I'll go with the team.
David, truth or lie?
It is a lie.
Because it irritates me so much, I'm always correcting people when they wrongly call fog mist and mist fog.
David.
All right. What is the distinction, Lee, between mist and fog?
Well, that is a very good question, David.
Yeah.
Any others? Mist is... I used to live by the coast. We used to have a lot of sea fret. You know sea fret?
Nope. What's sea fret?
Sea fret is like it's a sort of mist.
Right.
It's produced by the sea.
Fog-like, you might say.
That really irritates me, that, David. There is a thing called sea fret, and it's when the mist comes off the sea. It's the water that comes off the sea, and we used to have a lot of that. And I remember my mum said, oh, it's foggy again. And I killed her. I would say that was when it started. I call that day one.
So, here's a question maybe familiar to you,
Yes.
Lee. What is the difference between mist and fog?
I'll tell you exactly the difference. Mist comes from a very rainy day, which then becomes...
misty.
Misty. Whereas fog is when it's foggy. Fog comes from a drop in temperature. It's very cold suddenly. There has to be a sudden temperature change for fog. Mist is the opposite and is often created by heat, which causes water to evaporate and thus causing mist. And be honest, you weren't expecting that, Luke.
So fog is as a result of a sudden drop in temperature, mist is a result of evaporation caused by heat.
Yeah.
And can you tell to look at it? Or do you have to have known the meteorological backstory?
You can tell by looking at it. Mist is... how can I describe it in layman's terms?
It's mist thinner.
Yeah, fog is denser. Mist is a little bit... It's a bit easier to see.
But how could you tell the difference between a light fog and a heavy mist?
You can tell the difference in the same way as you can tell the difference between a light, fat person and a heavy, thin person.
When was the last time you corrected someone on
The
that?
last foggy day we had.
Who was it that you corrected?
Corrected a sailor, actually.
How did you find yourself to be with a sailor?
I was on a fishing trip.
On a fishing trip?
On a fishing trip, just off the west coast of Scotland.
What were you doing up there?
Lost. It was from Brighton we left.
What do you feel about the Paul Gascoigne song Fog on the Tyne?
I feel worse when he took that penalty and he missed.
Why do you find people making this mistake between two phenomena that do look pretty similar? Why do you find it
similar?
Yes, of course they look similar.
No, they don't.
But they look similar. It's like the air is difficult to look through. What is it about the distinction between mist and fog that makes it a particular bugbear of yours?
I think it's because of when I lost my Uncle Pete at sea.
So what are you going to say, then? Is it the truth?
Lie.
Lie.
We think it's a lie.
OK, Lee, truth or lie?
It's a lie.
A mistake I made in France meant someone in England got hospitalised.
Lee's team.
Have you just learned to read?
Was the mistake you made in the French language?
It's a simple question, Rod. Was it in the French?
Was it in the language of French?
It's a simple question with a simple answer. Yes, it was.
Can you tell us the mistake you made, please?
The mistake I made got somebody hospitalised. That was the...
I didn't say... No. That's not worthy of the clap. No. What was the mistake?
What was the mistake?
Say. Lee, I'll take it from here. What was the nature of this mistake?
It was a language thing. It was a French-English mix-up. It was a mix-up, a terrible mix-up, language mix-up.
What were you doing in France?
I was on the phone.
I
I was in France. I was working in France, and I was on the phone.
Working in France.
I was on the phone to England, and I made a mistake with my French-English translation.
Who received the mistake?
A girl. A girl.
What was her name?
Anne.
What colour hair does she have?
I don't know. She was on the phone.
So you never met her?
I never met her.
So can you talk us through the incident?
I was asked by someone in France. They said, "Can you talk to somebody in England?"
Why did they ask you to do that?
Because they didn't speak English.
Right. What was the relationship between Anne and the person that had asked you to talk?
Oh, that was Anne's father said, "Can you speak to Anne? She's in England, and we're in France. And ask her what's wrong with her."
How did you know him? What was
How
the
did you know
relationship?
him? There's a new angle.
Oh, I knew him. Oh, you should have asked. I knew him because I worked in France. I was in a school. I worked in a school. He was the caretaker.
What were you doing in school?
I was teaching English.
Now, his daughter, she's French.
Yes.
She's living in England.
Yeah.
Now.
No, she wasn't living. She was on a very short exchange thing.
Right. Now, in the words of Question of Sport, what happened next?
He came to me, said, "Can you talk to my daughter, Anne? She's ill, she's in England." She couldn't speak to the family she was with. That's the problem. That's the problem.
So she didn't know how to speak to the family?
She couldn't speak to the family because
How
the family
is you
was English.
speaking to her going to help that?
Right, here's the situation. Anne could talk to her dad and tell her what was wrong with her in French, but he couldn't say that to the family because they didn't speak French and he didn't speak English. So he came to me, who spoke both languages. I went to her, I spoke to her in French, then I passed it on to the family in English. What's wrong with them? I passed that on to him in English, then I passed it back to him in French. Everyone's happy.
Now,
she got...
That's fine.
You said that you made a mistake that caused this person to be hospitalised.
That's right, I did, yeah.
What did you do wrong? What did you say wrong?
Yeah. I said, qu'est-ce qui se passe, qu'est-ce qui se passe, qu'est-ce qui se passe, all that, you know, as you do. And she said, j'ai une angine, j'ai une angine.
Was she stuck in the bell tower? I know what's wrong with her. Is this something to do with her back?
J'ai une angine.
And what is that? What does that mean?
Well, I said, I got the English family on the phone and I said, "Hey, she's got an angina. She's got angina."
And that's a mistake, right?
Well, angina, I found out later, is a serious heart condition, so she was hospitalised.
But what was wrong with her?
Angine is a sore throat. I didn't know that at the time.
And what happened? Did they then rush her to this hospital?
They called 999 and got her into hospital, yeah.
Nuff.
OK, so, Lee, what are you thinking? Could it be true?
I don't think Anne is a French name. That's the one bit in it that I don't believe.
Anne-Marie?
Who's she?
Don't know.
What an absolutely amazing answer.
That's one of the funniest things anybody's ever said.
I believe it to be true.
You believe it to be true?
Mm-hmm.
OK.
It was so torturous getting that story out that it has to be the truth.
Yeah.
Lee, you think so too?
It could not be any truer.
Rod, truth or lie?
Of course, it is true.